Before we get started with this video, guys, I do want to mention that this is how much I spent on this project. Whatever I'm using in this video, I already had, or I ended up purchasing it. Whatever I purchased, I will price it right in the video or down in the description box.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to attempt to create a center table. If you guys are interested in knowing how I create this center table, feel free to keep on watching. But before we get started, guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to think about subscribing down below. So meanwhile, let's head to Walmart.
Okay guys, so I'm going to be using stain color in the color Kona. I am using semi-gloss. You could also get the one without gloss. This is optional. I'm also going to be using these brushes, the spongy brushes. I got this from the art and craft section. I'm also going to need some screws and flat washers. The flat washers are also optional. This is just for extra support. I'm also going to be using these boxes that I ended up getting for free. In my previous video, I do talk about how I go around the neighborhood collecting free stuff that people tend to put outside for free. As you guys can see, these boxes do have furniture pads. So we are going to be removing them and then we're going to put them to the side. We are going to reuse these later on in this project. I'm going to be sanding down my boxes with a sanding machine. If you guys do not have one, no worries. You guys can also purchase a drill attachment. And I'm going to be using the sandpaper in the number 120. So now with this drill, I did struggle with it. It is easier to use the sanding machine, way better and way quicker. So I'm just going to leave this to my dad instead. After we're done sandpapering the boxes, we're just going to get a clean cloth and I'm just going to damp it a little bit. And I'm just going to make sure to remove all dust. After cleaning all 4 boxes very well, we're going to move on to the stain color. Okay guys, so I'm back at Walmart. I ended up coming back to exchange the stain color, exchange it for a bigger size because I noticed that this was not going to be enough for all 4 boxes. I got the bigger size. So this is how the color looks like. It kind of looks bluish, like a dark bluish. So this is my first time applying stain color and I'm not gonna lie, I was having a little difficulties. But throughout the project, I did figure out that you want to wipe, not brush back and forth. Wiping is the official way to apply stain. You also want to make sure that when doing this, you want to be consistent with the color, with the stain color. I was having difficulties doing this. My husband was actually telling me on how to do it so I can learn later on in the future. I'm only doing 1 coat and then I'm going to let it dry and then I'm going to go in with the second coat and that's how it looks. It's not that perfect because like I said, it is my first time, but later on I did get the hang of it. I started wiping up in one direction. Okay guys, so this is the finished results of the stain color. I think one of the hardest thing was to get in between the cracks. Overall, I really did like how the color came out. So now I'm going to be grabbing a drill bit and I'm going to make sure it's the same size as the screw that I'm going to be using. After finding your match, we're going to start drilling the boxes, and we're going to figure out where we're going to be screwing the box. So we're going to do it like right in the corners, if you guys can see. It's better for you guys to see than for me to explain. Now we're going to be taking a piece of plywood, and we're just going to be using this for the center part. We're going to start off by taking measurements of the center. After you get the measurements, you're going to start cutting. So as you guys can see, that's where we ended up putting the plywood at. So if you guys want to add like a plant pot on top, it won't fall down the center. And whatever you guys want to put in the center, it won't fall down. Now you guys have the option of stain coloring that as well, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna be covering the plywood, so you won't really notice it. Now that I'm done wiping down my center table, I ended up going to the dollar store and I ended up purchasing some marbles. I was gonna go for rocks, but they didn't have any, so I just went with these. You guys can add whatever you guys want in the center. I also ended up purchasing this candle from the dollar store as well. I was on Facebook Marketplace and I ended up finding this glass for free. And I was super bummed because I thought it was the size of the center table, but it wasn't. But I still thought it was perfect to put it right in the center. Okay guys, so this is one idea on how you guys could decorate your center table. I also ended up using this as a bookshelf, but you guys can decorate it however you guys like. This is a second option. You guys could also use a glass on top. But yeah guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!